Shelley Duvall, the fragile, unconventional star who brought a unique neurosis to 1970s cinema. She was a muse to legendary directors, but one role, one director, would push her to the absolute breaking point. What happened on the set of her most famous film became the central, devastating trauma of her life. But the truth was far darker than anyone imagined, leading to a withdrawal from Hollywood that lasted decades. Born in Texas in 1949, Shelley Duvall was a quirky, gangly girl with an unconventional beauty. She was discovered in 1970 by director Robert Altman, who cast her in Brewster McCloud. She became Altman's muse, starring in films like McCabe and Mrs. Miller and the acclaimed Three Women, which earned her the Best Actress award at Cannes. She was an untrained actress, possessing a raw, naturalistic talent that defined the new Hollywood era. This early success was built on trust and artistic freedom, a foundation that would soon be violently shattered by the demands of another genius director. In 1978, Duvall was cast as Wendy Torrance in Stanley Kubrick's The Shining. The role required her to be constantly terrified and fragile, and Kubrick was determined to achieve that terror by any means necessary. The shoot became notorious for its extreme psychological demands. Kubrick isolated Duvall, insulted her, and forced her through grueling emotional extremes. He allegedly instructed the cast and crew to never show her sympathy. The famous baseball bat scene was shot 127 times, a world record at the time, leaving her physically and emotionally shattered. The constant torment worked. Her performance is one of genuine, raw panic. She claims she lost hair in clumps from the stress. Co-star Jack Nicholson later admitted that Kubrick was a different director with Shelley. The crisis wasn't just acting. It was psychological warfare. By the end of the year-long shoot, the line between the terrified Wendy and the broken Shelley had completely vanished. The film was released to mixed reviews in 1980, and Duvall received unfair criticism. But the peak dramatic moment was the realization that the cost of the performance was her sanity. She was damaged, burnt out, and disillusioned with the industry that had celebrated her trauma. She continued working, notably in her own successful series, Fairy Tale Theatre, but the psychological scars remained. The ultimate revelation was that the brilliance of the film was paid for with the systematic destruction of the actress's mental health, leaving her unable to sustain a career in the brutal Hollywood environment. Shelley Duvall quietly retreated from the public eye in the late 1990s, settling in rural Texas. Her absence became a Hollywood mystery until 2016, when a controversial TV appearance shocked the world, exposing her severe struggles with mental health. The devastating moment sparked a necessary conversation about the ethical treatment of actors. Though her final years were private, her legacy endures. She proved that the cost of art can sometimes be too high, leaving behind a profound and tragic cautionary tale.